Hi guys, so I wanted to kind of share some things that I've learned as a nurse so far, and I have been working as a nurse for 9 months now, and of those 9 months, 7 of them have been me working independently. I continue to learn so many new things every day when I come home from work. There's not a shift where I don't learn anything, which continues to amaze me. And this field, this profession has just taught me so much about myself, about what nurses are able to do within their own scope, the power of what we are able to provide for patients. And it's just a really beautiful profession. And I think one of the biggest things for me is that it actually took a long time for me to see the value in what I was doing, in what I was providing in the healthcare space. I definitely went into work for the past 9 months really stressed, and I would have a lot of pre-shift anxiety, and I would feel the blues before my shift, and I felt really guilty for that for a long time. And I was talking to my coworkers kind of about how I was feeling. I was a little sad and a little depressed going into work and just seeing the meaning behind what I was doing. And it was something that I was struggling with for these past 9 months. And it wasn't until I actually hit 9 months where I actually started seeing the beauty in what nurses do, in what I was doing. And I've been really falling in love with nursing in a whole new light. Before work, I go into work with optimism now. Instead of feeling anxious or scared or depressed, I feel anxious still, but I think the nerves will never quite go away. I think they'll just kind of be there. Maybe the noise will be a little quieter. I'm just less depressed and sad before I go into work. There's something about hitting 9 months where things started clicking in my mind. I've just kind of really found the beauty in what I do. I think what also really helps is just getting ready for work, putting myself in that mind space. You know, I start work at 7 at nighttime and I get off at 7:30 in the morning. When I get ready, I try to put on some music, I try to listen to some podcasts, try to not really think about what I'm getting myself into. But when I'm at work and pulling up, that's when I start thinking about my day. But I feel like, again, there's something that just clicked at 9 months where I wasn't feeling when I first started, because I was really nervous, I was new, and a lot of things I was still learning, and I'm still learning right now. I just feel a new sense of purpose that I didn't feel before. It gives me hope. I was always trying to ask myself, can I see myself doing inpatient long term? And that's something that I'm not entirely sure, but right now all I know is that I'm starting to see the beauty in what I'm doing, and it's a very liberating feeling because I wasn't sure if this feeling would ever come to me, and it did, and it just took a long time. I don't know how a lot of my coworkers are doing, but I do ask them, the ones that have been there longer or the ones that have been there a few months before I have, and I just kind of ask others how they've been feeling and just kind of comparing how I feel to how they feel, or asking them for tips. And it's definitely helped me broaden my thoughts on nursing and take it easy on myself, because at the end of the day, we're all there to work and to serve our patients, and it's kind of how you make of it. Of course, there's shifts that are more stressful than others, but I think it's kind of how you make of it and how you see it. And I always tell myself it's 12 hours and I can do anything for 12 hours, and that's really what kind of motivates me to get through my shifts and to look forward to the next shift or my day off. I think as nurses, we hold a lot of compassion for our patients, and we can burn out very easily. And I see burnout in a lot of my coworkers, in just a lot of people at the hospital. I can just feel the stress radiating off of them. But I think it's so important to just the time to kind of take care of yourself. Recently, I started kind of scheduling myself a little bit more consistently throughout the week. I think it will definitely help me just balance work and life, because both of those things are very important. It's kind of really how you want to allocate it. And I think I definitely want that work-life balance. I think just doing the work and having work be my identity is gonna create a lot of burnout very easy. And I think what I'm going to do and how I plan to schedule myself in the future will definitely help offset a lot of the pressure that I've been putting on myself and allow me to, again, find that beauty in nursing and really appreciate and love the job that I do. I love nursing, especially this week where I've hit 9 months in my job and my patient assignment. It just really spoke to me differently. I had a pretty heavy assignment this week and my brain on Epic was just filled with tasks basically every hour for most of my patients, and I went into that shift very stressed when I saw my brain. And when I was meeting and hearing the stories of my patients, it was a very heavy group. My patients, their families were at bedside, and just talking with them and just seeing the love and the compassion that they had for their family member, it just spoke to me very differently, redefined how I viewed nursing, really changed my perspective and how I was feeling. And it also makes me think about how beautiful life is and how short our lives are. And it just got me more in my mood. And it just, I don't know, I've just been thinking a lot recently, and this week and hitting 9 months just really solidified a lot of things for me. And I just really wanted to share that in case any of you guys are feeling a little depressed, or if you guys are also new grads and feeling the blues, because no one ever told me that I was going to feel the blues. This was something that I've been feeling for a long time. I talked to my healthcare friends about it. I talked to my coworkers about it, but I don't think it's an open conversation that I hear people talk about openly. When I brought up my feelings to them, it just felt very validating to know that I wasn't alone. And I just also want to let you guys know that you're also not alone if you guys feel that, and you will definitely feel better. It definitely gets better with time. I wouldn't say that the pre-shift anxiety ever goes away completely, just because you're working with real people and there's emergencies that can happen, and sometimes you can't predict those things happening, but you can expect it, and you just have to keep calm and think on your feet. Again, one of the beauties of nursing, you know, there's never a dull moment at work. I'm always amazed with how things can take a full 180 from what I planned and what I've expected. Also, another thing that I've been feeling is just the stress and the physical stress that nursing has on my body. I get off work and I feel so exhausted, but I get out and it's daylight, so it's very confusing to my circadian rhythm. But when I am at home after I shower and I lay down in my bed, I feel extremely restless. And I think this is something that I totally did not expect. I feel like there's no position that I can position myself where it feels comfortable. I constantly feel uncomfortable in how I move, and maybe it's because I'm always on my feet, I'm always moving. I just did not expect my body to be so exhausted after 3 shifts and in between my shifts, and just feeling so restless. I have tried stretching, and I need to order some compression socks because I think compression socks will definitely help feel a lot better. I just feel that my legs, my calves feel so tired. I try to elevate my feet as much as possible. I definitely feel it in my body, and nursing definitely takes a big toll on your body, especially because we're always boosting patients, we're moving patients. I'm always trying to be mindful of my back posture, especially when I'm moving or when I'm trying to do things inside patient rooms. I'm trying to really prioritize self-care just because it's something that I value. Again, reminding myself to do stretches, reminding myself to raise the bed. Do not forget to raise the bed, just because that's so important towards your back, and your back is so important. You definitely need your back in order to sustain yourself through this profession. I'm just really happy with where I'm at right now. I hope that this kind of sheds some light in how I'm feeling, just because I've been feeling a little lost and feeling a little sad before work and after work. I've been trying to find my purpose, and as a new grad, I felt very lost, very confused with why I was feeling the way that I did. It wasn't until this week, working with the assignment that I did and just hitting 9 months specifically, something just clicked. I'm feeling very optimistic. The weather probably plays a small role in it because summer is my favorite season. I just think people are so lively. It's just a happy season, and I just hope you guys feel the love. Just know that if you guys are ever feeling sad, depressed, that it's totally normal and that it will get better.